today? Well, for starters, I went and visited with Mother this morning. Took her some more of her yogurts, which she likes, and her green tea, her diet green tea. And I visited her for a good little while. We laughed about the Easter celebration that we had, and about the grandkids, and about her bird feeders. One of the grandson-in-law built her a bird stand, and then of course Chris had already built her some bird houses, and she feeds, and Billy provides the seeds, and my brother, and she is loving watching those birds, and she'll talk like they're her, grandkids. Those little wrens came by today. They're so tiny, and then she has two doves. She has two doves that come by, and two squirrels that come by, and she, talks about them all the time. Let's see, we're still doing our projects, so we decided not to. Chris was going to finish working on the roof of the little shed today, but since I've been reading this book, 1 Second After, he's reading it now, and he sat down and read like 100 pages at once. It is so good, and it just makes you think, and what could happen, what worst case scenario, and all that kind of stuff, and are you prepared? Now, every house that we've ever lived in, we've had, well, except with the exception of the very first one, when we had two babies in diapers and we didn't know if we were coming or going, he has planted fruit trees. Plums, pears, peaches, blueberries, and of course we keep selling houses. We moved around like gypsies for the longest. We'd buy a house, sell a house, buy a house, sell a house.
Yep.
But it led us to where we're at now, and we had the best life. We really have. We've been blessed, and can't
No
complain.
house note.
And we have, no house note.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah, praise the Lord. And we don't have a car note either, so that's good. But with this whole, that may change, since we're still down to one car and we're waiting on their insurance to
Call us back
with something other than that real fun number that they called us with before. But anyway, so we were going to he was going to work on the roof, and I was going to do the weed eating, and I said, you know what, I think I want my blueberry bushes. I've just decided I want to go ahead and plant them, because we hadn't planted anything at this new house. We have a pear tree, and last year it was loaded, and hopefully this year it will be too.
Last year it was loaded, but it froze.
Yeah.
We didn't get any bears.
Yeah.
But the year before was the first year we moved in. It was we had a lot of bears.
Oh, that was the first year. Well, so I decided, nope, I want my blueberry bushes and my 2 peach trees and my 2 plum trees. And then I'll just sit back and relax for a little while. If I could sneak a cow into this neighborhood, I'd learn how to milk.
I'd like to see that.
And if the neighbors wouldn't tell on me for my chickens clucking, I'd sneak some chickens in here too. But that's one of the things about living in the city.
Yeah, we had never really done that.
I don't think we've ever lived inside city limits, except our very first home that we lived in. It happened to be his grandparents' home, and of course they had passed. And then Davey his brother had lived in it with his family, and then we lived in it when we first got married. Not long. Well, let's see. June. Rebecca was born. Yeah. So then we moved, but so now we're living in the city, and that's just, it's got its pros and it's got its cons. Pros is we can jump in the golf cart and go to the grocery store, or we can go to the zoo, or we can go pick the kids up from school, or to the snowball stand, or to the restaurants, or we can take the golf cart and go to the kids' house. And right now the kids have the golf cart. In fact, they come by the house a while ago, and Chris said, you just missed the kids. They just come traveling by in the golf cart. And I think, oh wow, what we got going on here?
Looks like one lane there.
Man, they got some road construction on, what is this, 59?
Yep.
Ooh. We may be a while. But anyway, so we're going to get our blueberries. And we were talking about this book, and I couldn't tell him anything about this book because I didn't want to, spoil the surprise. I wanted him to, it's like it gives you day by day what happens next, each day. And I don't want to spoil that for him because I was just like, I was there in that book. I was one of the characters. That's how good it was. You blinkers on. So anyway, I didn't want to spoil it, and we got to talking because he's up to a point where he now knows what happened. And I told him, I said, what would we do? And he said, well, I know what I'd do. I'm loading up the car and I'm going to BC Lee and Cindy Lee's house. That's my cousin Cindy. And if you read my books, they are called My Cousin Cindy and That Man She Married. That's they're all in my books because we do things together. But I called my cousin and I told her, I said, look, you don't know this, but if the world comes to an end or anything like that, or we have a disaster, my husband said he's moving in with y'all, so I'm just letting you know.
Well, because they next to the national forest, pretty close to a creek. They got
a pond.
They got animals.
Yeah. Anyway, it's
not that we're preppers. We never have been.
I've never been preppers.
But this book will open your eyes.
It will. Guys, I ordered a crank-powered radio yesterday.
A cranking power.
And
solar.
And it has a little solar thing. But it's just like, wow, are we preppers now? No. I don't know.
We old preppers.
We're old preppers. We're preppers, we're old preppers. But anyway, that's what we're talking about today in the world of the Baylesses. Just that
hanging
book.
On.
Just hanging on in that book. And I guess that's about it. You got anything to add?
Nope.
Nope.
Well, other than we just got to live one day at a time. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. What is it?
You can't worry about it, but you also can be a little prepared.
Yeah, what is his eye is on the sparrow? He'll certainly watch over me.
That's exactly right. I think that's a song.
Is it? Well,
I don't know if that's...
I think that is in the Bible.
Oh, it is in the Bible, but the way I don't think it is the way you said it.
Oh, well, maybe. But that's... I'm going to have to find that. I think that is in the Bible.
It is. The Lord, it says something about eyes on the sparrow.
Yeah. Anyway, as you can tell, we're biblical scholars. Anything you need to know, just give us a call.
About as much about that as prepping.
That's prepping. Yeah.
Couldn't get that out either.
Yeah. All right. Y'all take care. Have a great day. I'm going to get my blueberry bushes. Y'all better get some too. See you. Well, we got our trees. I'm happy now. It kind of gave me a little bit of flashback from when we first moved into the farm, when we bought a 123 acre farm, and we were gonna, grow our own farm.
Grow on what?
Grow our own food. Yeah. That's that public speaking kicking in.
Yeah, it is.
So anyway, that's certified public speaker. We got our seeds. We went to the feed and seed, and we call ourselves learning. And now I knew how to harvest the stuff because my mama believed in going into the garden one time, and you get everything you ever needed. Because we'd go down to my uncle James Earlson, and he planted, and then we'd also go down to a little place in the seminary. They had fields, and you could buy it by the 5-gallon buckets. Now, Mother had a Volkswagen, and it was 3 kids and Mother, and we have our 5-gallon buckets, and we would pick from morning until you couldn't get another pea or another bean in that car. And if you put any more in there, me and Billy would have to walk home. That's how much she believed. Go one time, Vicky, we're going one time. We're going to put up for days. And we did. We shelled and had to do it by hand, and And back then we didn't have the Ziploc bags. You had the little bags that you spin around. You put the little twisty tie on there. Yeah, mother believed. You go in there one time, you get all you need. And she'd fill up the freezer. Same way with the corn. Now, she would have so much corn in that thing that we would literally have to sit on top of the corn and our heads would be twisted like this because we had done reached the top of the roof of the Volkswagen. But you go one time, you get you 400 ears of corn and we're gonna be done, Vicki. So that's, I knew how to do that part. But as far as the planting, we lived in we lived in the trailer park. And now Daddy did do a little row of tomatoes. The whole length of the trailer, 80 foot of tomatoes. I didn't eat tomatoes, but 80 foot of tomatoes. That and marigolds. But so anyway, we go to the feed and seed store, and me and Chris, we get us all kind of seeds, and we go to plant. We till, and we got the tractor, and we planted us. Now, keep in mind, it's me and Chris and 2 kids.
Babies.
They were little, they were youngins. And we planted us about 4 acres of corn. Now, I'm just going to tell you.
More, about 6 or 7.
He says like 6 or 7 acres of corn. I don't know. But
Because you kept saying, oh, we can eat more.
we're going to need more. Because, we go one time in the garden. But 2 people and 2 kids do not need 6 or 7 acres of corn. I'm just going to let y'all know that, so don't do that. You'll work yourself to death. I mean, by the end of it, I had done convinced myself that I was growing this corn for God, and we're gonna give it away. We're gonna give it away, and we did. We give it a lot away because we didn't need that many. And I remember one time, taking the car down to that cornfield, and I stepped out, and I just so happened to look down right before my foot hit the ground, and you know what? I was fixing to step on a snake. Sure enough, whole new life for this trailer park girl. But anyway, so we got our 2 blueberry bushes, and we got one plum because Chris read it was self-pollinating, and we got two peaches. And they had 1 blackberry bush left, and the guy at the nursery said it wasn't no good, so we left it. Anyway, I'm so excited about this. Aren't you excited?
Sure.
You got to dig holes now.
Yeah.
Of course, now I have to look. He'll put the baskets where I want them to be, and I'll look at them for a few days, and then decide if that's exactly where I want them to go. I may change my mind. I may be on the other side of the yard. I mean, our yard is what, 5'7", 5x7. It's not very big, but we're gonna have fruit trees, and yeah. Y'all read that book.
Then you got a weed eater around.
Then I got a weed eat around them, but that's okay. I can get some tree bark, some of that bark stuff and put around it. Oh, well, then I still got a weed, don't you? I don't know. Ooh, major police action. You got to see that on. Hold on, I'll let you know what's going on.
Don't like anything that you pull over.
I don't know. Hold on, I'm going to tell you. Turn your blinker off, Chris. You're drawing attention to us. Look straight ahead.
Well, look, we ain't done nothing wrong.
Oh, they got 2 cars over with 1 police car. Well, it's not a police car, it's a highway patrolman. All right, I guess that's about it. Get your blueberries.